Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Monday, which means it's time for a 5x5. Now, this is where I take 5 subjects related to magic. I spend 5 minutes talking about each subject and I move on to the next subject. It's always quick, it's always snappy. You never know what you're going to get. And on today's 5x5, I'm going to be talking to you about the Netrix. Now, if you don't know what the Netrix is, it's my online streaming platform for magicians. I launched it a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago now. And every 2 weeks, we have uploaded a minimum of 5 new routines onto the Netrix. One thing we were passionate about from the second that the Netrix launched was that we would constantly keep it updated. You see so many membership platforms that just like do one trick every couple of weeks, or they very quickly die on their arse. We have continued right from day one, all the way through, come rain or shine, to constantly update the Netrix with new information and new routines and new content every week. Excuse me. Every week I do a virtual magic club, and I do that every week for the silver members and the gold members. And it continues to get bigger and bigger. I think we've got 400 or 500 routines up there now. The Sleight School is bigger than it's ever been, and we're constantly adding new material. And one question that I've had a few times on the Q&As is, what are the best tricks on the Netrix? And that's subjective. There's routines from some of the biggest names in magic: Justin Miller, Adam Wilber, Lloyd Barnes, Christian Grace, Ollie Mealing, Michael O'Brien. The list goes on and on. We've got some big hitters. Some of my favorite stuff is Rich Relish's courses are absolutely brilliant on mentalism. I love Steve O. Watson's courses on how to gimmick and gaff cards. There's so many different things on the Netrix. It's impossible to say, really. But what I asked Jack to do, and Jack, if you don't know, kind of manages the Netrix for me, so he's responsible for the platform. And I said to him, can you do me a favor, Jack, and can you find out what the top 5 courses are in terms of reviews? Because on the Netrix, if you don't know, when you become a subscriber, you get access. Everything's broken down into category. It's broken down into difficulty rating. It's broken down into stage and close-up. It's broken down into mentalism, coins, cards, lights. It's very, very organized. And also you can search in every single area. You can search by instructor. You can search by type of trick, difficulty rating. You can do all of that sort of stuff. And when you click on a course, for example, you get on the landing page, on the course page we call it, you have a trailer. So every trick has a trailer. They also have a description. It has who the instructor is, how long it is to watch, and then you get reviews, and you can leave a review. And I said, go look at what the top 5 reviewed tricks are on the Netrix from when we began to now. And we'll talk about those 5 tricks, because one of the things about the Netrix, the biggest thing is it's very overwhelming, just in terms of the amount of content. And we're constantly adding new content. It's kind of like, oh my God, where do I start? Which is why we put together the categories in terms of difficulty rating. But we kind of thought, well, if we look at the top 5 reviewed courses, this might give people a good place to start. So that's what I'm doing on this week's 5x5. I'm going to very quickly talk to you about the top 5 most popular courses on the Netrix. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. If you're not excited, you should be. If you're a member of the Netrix, you can go and access these immediately. If you're not a member of the Netrix, you can go join. Try it out. See what all the fuss is about. www.thenetrix.com. You can try it out for a month. You can cancel any time, although most people don't, because when they're there, they realize just how amazing it is. But here we go. In 5th place, let's look at 5th place first. Okay, so in 5th place is the Egg Bag by myself, Craig Petty. And here's the thing. One thing that we're expanding on in the Netrix at the moment is stage magic and kids magic. We're putting a lot of stage routines up. We're putting a lot of kids routines up. We're adding new stage routines all of the time. And I'm actually all the time talking about how I do classics of magic. And we had a lot of people asking us how to do the Egg Bag. I've performed the Egg Bag in my show for years. Ryland has performed the Egg Bag in his show for years. If Gary and Andrea are watching this, who are 2 of my dearest friends, they'll know how long Ryland has been doing the Egg Bag. I love the Egg Bag, right? And so what we did is we put onto the Netrix a live performance, or we put a performance. Oh, there's performances of every routine as well. Some of them are studio performances, some of them are performances out in the real world. But we put a full routine together, a full course together on how to learn the egg bag and how specifically to do the routine I do, the routine Ryland does, how to handle it, how to use it, what to do, what not to do. And the egg bag is brilliant. Now, what I love about the egg bag is its versatility. You don't see many people doing the egg bag these days. It's not as popular as it used to be, and it should be, because it's absolutely magical. You can do it in a kid's show, you can do it in a cabaret show, you can do it in a family show, you can do it in a corporate show. It literally just fits in your pocket. You can take it out and you can go into it. It can be a couple of minutes, it can be 5 or 6 minutes. You can have people in front of you, on stage with you, helping you, or you can do it just on your own. The versatility with this prop is incredible. I've performed it on stage, I've performed it in kids shows, but I've also performed it regularly in close-up. If you're a banquet performer and you want to do something different to what everyone else is doing, and you don't want to do the same multiple selection, invisible deck, whatever it may be, the egg bag is a great thing to just put in your pocket and bring out, and you're good to go. So egg bag is 5th on the list. So in other words, out of every single trick on the Netrix, in 5th place is the egg bag. Loads of 5-star reviews, people loving the routine, people loving the instructions behind the routine. You guys know that when I put a tutorial together for something, I kind of go deep and I make sure that people have got all the information they need. We're going to have a quick look at the performance of the egg bag. This is 5th place, and then after the performance, we're going to go on to 4th place. I'm here with Michael. Hello. Michael, you and I, between us, we're going to break every rule of magic. Okay. Every single rule. 4 rules, and we're going to break all of them using a little bag, a little red bag. Now, rule number 1, one of the most important rules, is never tell the audience what's going to happen ahead of time. Because if I tell you, you're going to be watching very carefully. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, Michael. I'm going to make an egg appear inside this bag. Okay. Now, I could tell you this bag was empty, and you might believe me, you might not. I could squeeze this bag and hit it and prove to you it's empty, but I'm a magician. You're probably thinking, well, Craig's lying, right? I could even turn the bag inside out, so the inside's on the outside's on the inside, and you probably still wouldn't believe me. But I want you to reach inside there, have a fondle around, that feels dirty, reach in the bag, and then pull the inside to the outside to the inside, and then tell everybody, is the bag empty?
It's definitely empty.
It's empty, isn't it? Look, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing in there. Watch. All I have to do is reach in the air, take an egg, throw it up, do the magic words. That makes the trick work. You show your hand empty, you reach inside the bag, and when you do, an egg appears. That's rule number 1. Broken. I'm a rebel. Rule number 2, never repeat a trick. You see, the first time it's entertainment, the second time it's educational. I will do it again. In order to do it again, I'm going to have to make this egg disappear. Okay. So first of all, the egg goes in the bag. Do you see the egg in the bag, the creamy white egg inside the red bag? You see it's in there, yes?
Yes.
I'm going to take that egg. I'm going to lay it right here on my palm. Can you feel it? Careful, it's fresh.
Yeah.
First of all, to do this trick, you're going to have to make the egg disappear. That looks like this. Now the egg has once again vanished, which means, you look very confused, that I can now do the trick again. Now, first of all, before I do the trick again, let me show you that the bag is indeed empty. I don't want you saying that there's an egg in the bag, because there's not. That would be extremely dishonest. Like what I did there. Reach inside the bag, pull the inside to the outside to the inside. Is it empty?
Yes.
Exceptional. Of course it's empty. There's the bag. Nothing inside there. Do you see anything inside there?
No.
Because there's nothing to see. Watch, you reach in the air, you take a little invisible egg, you throw it up in the air, you do the magic words. It's the that does the trick. You show your hand empty, you reach inside the bag, and when you do, the egg comes back. Rule number 3. Never tell the audience how the trick works. Now that's a rule I can't break, I'd get kicked out of the magic circle for a 3rd time. But what I will do, is I'll do the trick so slowly, that maybe, just maybe, you'll see what I'm doing.
Okay.
So really super slow motion, are you ready?
Yeah.
Watch. There goes in the bag. Do you see the egg in the bag?
Yes.
Watch. Feel the egg. Careful, it's fresh. Watch. There we go. And that's the egg gone. Did you see where it went? Actually, if you saw where it went, put your hand up. Like this. See, look, it's not there. I can't believe you think I cheat. The egg has gone. That's rule number 3. One final rule. The final rule. The hardest rule. Never, and I mean never, let the audience do the trick. For the big finish, you're going to do the trick.
Okay.
So first of all, do me a favour, one last time, reach inside, fondle around, pull the inside to the outside, outside to the inside. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Had a really good fondle at the back there.
Yeah.
Very good. Nothing inside the bag, nothing inside the bag, nothing inside the bag. The bag is indeed completely empty. Now you're going to do this yourself. Do you see anything inside there? No. Put your right fingers where my right fingers are. You're going to do the trick yourself. It's going to be amazing.
Okay.
Put your left fingers where my fingers are. First of all, bring your hands in towards you a little bit. Have a look in the bag. There's no egg there, is there?
No.
Extend your hands one more time. Very good. What I want you to do is I want you to let go with your left hand.
Okay.
You had to think about that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Show your hand empty with a flourish. That's very flourishing. Reach in the air and grab an egg. That's a very small egg. That's better. Take the egg, throw it up in the air. Catch it in the bag. Very good. Now don't forget to do the magic words. We need more wrist action now. Very good. Show your hand empty. And if this works, they're going to go crazy. Reach into the bag and pull it out. And you made the egg appear yourself. And Michael, that is a trick with an egg and a bag. Okay, so in 4th place, we have the invisible cards across. Again, by myself. And so invisible cards across is probably my favourite cards across routine. It's also, by the way, the routine that was one of the direct inspirations for my superimposed trick that came out earlier this year through Penguin Magic. So invisible cards across basically is a cards across routine where I wanted to try and make the cleanest cards across routine of all time. So the structure is that you bring a deck of cards out, you spread out the 10 cards, and you let the spectator look at them. You put them under the spectator's hand from the beginning. You then have somebody pick 3 cards from the deck. So they take 3 cards from the deck, you put them into the deck, you spread through, the cards really have gone. And you pick up and you deal the cards on the table, and now there's 13 cards there, 3 cards face down in amongst the face up cards, and when you turn those 3 face down cards over, they are the 3 selected cards. It's instantly repeatable, and it's examinable as well, and there's no palming. I remember going to the Blackpool Magic Convention one year. I can't remember which year it was after COVID, maybe 21, 22, I don't know. 21 didn't even have one. I don't know. I went to the Blackpool Magic Convention. I went to watch the Bear Pit. 3 of the performers in the Bear Pit did this routine. And that meant the world to me, because seeing other people performing this trick just validates it in my head. I honestly think this is... If I was going to go on TV tomorrow and I was going to do a cards across, this is the way that I would do it, because people can scrutinise every move and not see anything at all. I love invisible cards across. So we're going to have a look at a performance of invisible cards across, and then after we've looked at the performance, we're going to go on to what the 3rd highest rating trick is on the Netrix. But first of all, this is a performance of invisible cards across. As you can see, 52 cards, they're all there, they're all different.
Yeah.
And this is not the sort of trick where I get you to pick a card. It's different. Okay. We're going to take 10 cards. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That fair?
Yeah.
Cool. You're going to have to pick a card as well. So do me a favour. The easiest way to do this would be if maybe you cut the card somewhere. Would that be okay? Yeah. Normally I have 3 spectators, but you're going to be 3 people. So just cut the deck any way you want to. You cut shallow, cut deep, cut anywhere. Doesn't matter. Put it right now. That's perfect. We'll mark the cut. We'll get back to that in a minute.
Cool.
So we have 3 cards in a second that we're going to look at, and we have these cards as well, these 10 cards. Yeah. I don't want to touch them. Do you want to square them up yourself, and then just put your finger on top of them like that? You are going to be the guard of the cards.
Okay.
So we're going to have a look at the 3 cards that you cut to. It doesn't matter whether I see it. We've got the 9 of spades, the 6 of hearts, and finally the 3 of clubs. Are you okay with those 3?
Yeah.
Cool. Brilliant stuff. So Magicians don't normally tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to try and get these 3 cards under your finger without doing that, because that would be rubbish, okay? So first of all, they go into 3 different parts of the deck. That one goes there, that one goes there, and that one goes there. And I want you to see 3 cards going into 3 different parts of the pack. In fact, you can actually see everything.
Yeah.
So, watch. To do this, I have to take them 1 card at a time. The first card. What you have to do is that wanky magic gesture, and that makes the first card go. No, seriously, to do this, it's very important to do the wanky magic gesture. Look, I'll do you again. I do all my own choreography. I hope you impress by this. There you go. Boom. One more. This is the hardest wanky magic gesture. I spent years practicing. Look at this. To the other hand, back again, and in. Impressed? It's good, isn't it? Now you're laughing because you think I've done nothing, but look, those 3 cards have gone.
Huh?
Yeah, they've gone. They've vanished. Disappeared. See? Who's laughing now? 3 cards have vanished and they have to go somewhere. For the first time, lift up your finger. Check this out. You're not going to believe this. Look at this. 1. There were 10 cards, weren't there?
Yeah.
2. 3. Oh, there's a face down card. That would be 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, another face down card. That'd be 8. 9. 10. 11, or another face down card, that's 12, that's 13. 3 cards have travelled from over there over to there, which is a good trick. But if these were the 3 cards that you picked, that would be a miracle.
It would be.
And just so you know, this is what a miracle looks like. I know, right? So weird. Okay, so 3rd place, and I think that people on the Netrix that subscribe to the Netrix, those people, they really like the cards across routines, because in 3rd place, we have a cross, again by myself, Craig Petty. So what is a cross? Well, a cross is another version of cards across. This is very, very different to the invisible cards across routine. So the invisible cards across routine that I talked about previously was born out of a desire to make the cleanest cards across routine I could. And it's great for any situation, but here's the negative with it. You have to carry around a full deck of cards in order to do it. Now, that deck can be used for other routines if you want it to, but it has to be set up to do a cross, right? That's the negative. Now, it's not a problem if you're doing a parlor show or if you're wanting to, you're going from table to table and there's a ton of tables to get round, but it does mean carrying around a deck of cards to do that routine. A cross was a desire to come up with the most commercial cards across routine that I could that did not require palming, but it used using a regular deck with no gimmicks. And this was kind of a creative challenge to myself on how to actually, I'm pretty sure this came after Invisible Cards Across, because I remember thinking, okay, if I was going to do this is super clean, but if I was going to do this with a regular deck of cards, how would I make it look as clean? And this is kind of the solution that I came up with. So first of all, what's really great about Across is a regular deck of cards. There are no gimmicks, there are no extras, there's no nothing. You take 20 cards, and there are genuinely 20 cards. There are no extra cards taken or anything like that. And you have someone think of a card. And the cool thing is they can think of any card. There is no force whatsoever. And they don't tell you. They don't write it down. They don't take it out and you control it. You genuinely have no idea what their card is. Genuinely. You then hand the cards over to them. And they hold on to them in between their hands, and you show that the other person that there's 10 cards as well, and they hold on to those. And then you say, hey, I'm going to try and make 1 card go across, and it's the card that you think of. And at that point, you're done. By the time they hold on to the cards, they're done. They can then deal through the cards themselves. There's 9 cards. They can look through them. Their card's not there. You still don't know what their card is. You can then take the other packet. They can deal them out themselves. There's 11 cards. They spread through. The card's in there. And until they tell you what the card is, you never know what their card is, genuinely. And there's no palming at all. In fact, there's only one move. And the move is done under serious heavy misdirection. It's a very easy move to do. You could do it with people watching you and they wouldn't see anything. But this one move accomplishes everything in this routine. It's very easy to do. but it is very, very strong. And even to this day, if I want to do a cards across and I'm in a close-up situation and I wanted to have one card go across, this is the way to do it. I love a cross. So this is third place. I'm going to show you the performance of it now. And then after the performance, we're going to go into second place. So this is a performance of a cross. Matt, like I said, it's a shuffle deck of cards in use, which means that you can give the cards a shuffle. How you doing, buddy? You okay?
I'm good.
Good stuff. We're going to mix up. Thank you very much. And when you've done that, just take 20 cards out from anywhere and just deal them on the table. We just need 20. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, from the bottom. Sneaky little bottom deal going on right there. Right, do you want to shuffle the 20 cards?
Why not, eh?
That's fair, right? It's got to be fair. We good? So, we can take 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, here's what I want you to do, Matt. I'd like you to think of one of these cards. Can you do that for me? So I'm going to spread them out.
Yeah.
I want you to think of one.
Okay.
Don't tell me. Don't say it out loud. Most importantly, don't think of the Ace of Diamonds on the face. For some reason, most people think of the face card. Go for a different one. I'll spread them out. Just think of one. You got one?
Yeah.
You happy?
Yeah.
I can spread them out again if you want.
No.
Hold out your left hand palm up, your right hand palm down. Perfect. I'm going to pop the cards right here. Can you put your other hand on top? Excellent. Don't let me get to them. We're going to put these 10 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those cards go right here. They would be held by somebody else, but it's just you and me here and Jack behind the camera.
Okay.
You'll think of the card. I'm
Yeah.
going to make that card, without touching the cards, I'm going to make that card that you're thinking of vanish from over here and appear over here.
Okay.
And it happens on 3. 1, 2, 3. It's done. It's that simple. It's that quick. I've done it. I've achieved it. Done it. I'll prove it to you. I've been nowhere near the cards. I haven't touched them. You haven't told me the card. You literally just thought of one. Lift up your hand and count the cards out loud onto the table.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow. Have a look through them and tell me if your card's there. Don't tell me what the card is, just tell me if it's there.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
Why have you gone all American?
Well, those cards have been there the whole time. There were 10. Pick them up and count them face down onto the table.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Whoa, what? But it'd be even more amazing if it was your card in here. What was the name of your card for the first time?
It was the Jack of Spades.
Was it really? The Jack of Spades?
Mm-hmm.
So we're saying this one then?
Yeah, that one.
My God, how did that happen? It must be a miracle worker. So second place on the Netrix, the second highest reviewed product. And I'm really not surprised because the person teaching this is incredible at teaching and also is incredible at performing not just this routine, but pretty much anything. A good friend of mine and an incredible magician. I'm talking about Wayne Goodman. In second place, we have the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Sponge Balls by Wayne Goodman. Look, there's products out there that you can spend 30, 40, 50 pounds on and learn how to do sponge balls, and none of them touch what Wayne put together on the Netrix. What Wayne put together for the Netrix is amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you want to get into sponge ball magic, this is 100% absolutely the course that you should use as your jumping off point. It's easy to do. He goes through absolutely everything. He goes into routine structure, creating a routine, how to do it, how not to do it. He goes through vanishes. He goes through very, very specific vanishes that he's created himself that are very different to the retention passes and the finger palm vanishes that you normally see. And he makes it so that it's very easy to understand. And that's the most important thing about Wayne. He is a great instructor. He's a great teacher. And he really kind of thinks things through and how he actually teaches these things to people. So yeah, that's that's the ultimate guide to sponge balls. Look, if you are, I've talked in the past about how I don't do sponge balls at corporates. I don't do sponge balls at corporates, but you put me in a family show, you put me in a restaurant, you put me in a private party at someone's house, maybe even occasionally a wedding. Yeah, I'm going to do sponge balls. My friend Paul Hancock, who's a member of Slightly Unusual, I watch him do sponge balls and he just blows my mind with it. He does it so well. So yeah, it's a commercial trick. It really is. And you can do it on stage, you can do it close up. And if you want to learn how to do it properly, there's no better course than, Wayne Goodman's Ultimate Guide to Sponge Balls right on the Netrix. So that is second place. And now we're going to look at first place. First place isn't me as well. Second place wasn't me. First place wasn't me. It's my platform. I didn't get second or first. But that's because there's so many incredible people on the Netrix. And this last person I've spoken about many, many times. He is an absolute genius. His name is Michael O'Brien.
Okay, so I'm just going to show you a quick routine with one of these. Can you just have a little look at that for me?
The map?
No, that there. Yeah. No. Good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
There you go. Yeah, I love it. Some people, you might, it's a refraction of light thing, you might be able to see it, but it's great, isn't it? The idea is, let's just see if we can just get it, build it up a little. There we go. So the idea of this is we can use this. I can put it over here. Oh, it's gone again. Oh, there it is. I thought it was. I can put it here and write it here. It comes over here. You can have a look. No, it's over here. Have you ever seen the trick where the bloke lies on the table, they cut him in half?
Yeah.
Yeah, lie on the table. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that to you, although I have been practicing on my half brother. So check this out. I'm going to take it here. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. And now there's that.
Wait, what?
Check them out. Go on, you can have a little look.
What happened then?
It's got two little sponge balls. I'll tell you what, put both balls on the table. Now I'm going to tell you this right now. Put your hand flat on the table for me as well. Both these balls are exactly identical, especially that one. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is to place one of those balls, your choice, into my hand.
In your hand?
Yeah. Okay, and then keep your hand flat on the table. Okay. In a second, I'm going to put that in your hand. When I do, I want you to close your hand into a ball and turn it over. Okay? That's it. Okay, so when the ball goes in the hand, you close your hands into a fist and you just turn it over like that. Okay? I'm going to leave mine face up, but you're going to turn yours face down. So take that, close it up into your hand, turn it over. Now watch, if I click my fingers like this, my one disappears. Gone. If you open your hand for me. Boom. And then you show both into the camera. Look at that. Okay, check this out. Like, so we've got two little balls, okay? Let's say I put this one into my hand over here, this one goes in my pocket. So how many in the hand?
So one in hand. Yeah, one.
Yeah, one. No. Okay, let's try it again. Look, there's two little balls, right? I put one inside my hand, I put the other one into my pocket. So how many inside the hand?
One?
No, two. Okay, let's try it with you, because then you can keep track. Open your hand. I'm going to make it a bit easier for you as well. Put your hand flat here. I'm going to give you both of them to hold on to, okay? And I'm going to place none in my pocket. Okay? So how many in the hand?
Two.
Yeah. Open your hand. See, you forgot about the third one. So let's just do a little counting thing, okay? We're going to count them, okay? And we only count them as I move them. Ready? Go for it.
One.
Oh, you're good at this, aren't you?
I am.
Okay.
Two. Three.
I don't care what they say about you here, mate. I like it.
Smashed it.
Okay.
Smashed it, Jack.
We'll do it again. Are you ready? Go for it. Can you do it backwards?
Three, two, one.
Can you do French?
Un, deux, trois.
Très bien. What about Spanish?
Uno, dos, tres.
Yeah, muy bien. Mucho gusto. Okay, what about Danish?
No.
Ein,
Bacon.
Toll, Trey. What about German?
Eins, zwei, drei.
Right, very good. Japanese?
No.
Ich, ni, san. Okay, there's loads you can do, but let's just do it in English one more time. Go for it.
1, 2,
3. Exactly right. Look at that. Oh yeah, that can happen as well. You end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, all appearing from nowhere, really, just from the mat here. If I place all of them here, you can keep them. I'll see you later on.
I hate you when they do that.
So the final entry on this list, and the number one rated trick on the Netrix is Michael O'Brien with the Impromptu book test. Now, book tests are amazing. I love book tests. There are so many different ways of doing book tests, and Michael has a serious love of book tests. He's a big supporter of the Zandman book test, as am I. The Zandman book test is great. And I know he's published lots of book tests of his own over the years as well. But what we have here is the the impromptu book test. Now, look, it is what it says it is on the tin. It's an impromptu book test. So in other words, you can do this anytime, anywhere. Imagine being able to do a book test, but you grab any book off the shelf. You just grab a book and you take it and you do it and you do it. That's what we have here. Very different approach to the approach that anybody else has used when it comes to actually doing a book test. I've never seen this approach before. And this was one of the launch items on the Netrix. And what I mean by that is when we launched with 100 items, and this was one of them. And I remember we were editing the Netrix and putting all the courses together in lockdown, and literally we couldn't leave our houses. And I was editing a bunch of stuff, and I was looking through a bunch of stuff, and I was looking at it all, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And I just had that burning desire to go out and perform it, but I couldn't because I couldn't leave my house. And the second that I was able to leave my house, I started performing it, and I haven't stopped since. If you're looking for a great book test, if you're looking for something seriously strong from a mentalism point of view that is really going to kick ass, then this is something that you should look at 100%. It is the Impromptu book test by Michael O'Brien, and it is the #1 rated trick on the Netrix. Let's have a look at the trailer.
All I'm going to do is just riffle through the pages like this. At some point, you'll say stop. I'll have you look at the page, and you'll get a word, right? Sound fair? Perfect. You just say stop whenever you like. Oh, and I won't look either. Right there is okay? I could stop there, or I can keep going. It's completely up to you. Oh, you would like me to keep going? No worries. Say stop whenever you like. Right there is okay instead? Perfect. I'm going to hand you the book now, and you're going to look at this page. Now, I'm going to try to put this, hopefully you guys can see this there. I'm peeking right now because I'm trying to get it in focus. But yeah, go ahead and look at the first line right here on this page. Hopefully you guys can see that first line there. Right? Go ahead and read that line in your mind, not out loud. Just focus on that first line. I'm going to try to see if I could pick a word right off of that line. I'm seeing a word that starts with the letter E. Is that true? Yes. And it ends with an H, right? I am seeing, it doesn't happen to be the word English, right? And that's an English magician that you're actually thinking about.
So there you go, guys. That's another 5x5 in the bag. 5 tricks that you should check out on the Netrix immediately. If you are a subscriber to the Netrix, go and check these out immediately. If you're not a subscriber to the Netrix, you can go and join right now. www.thenetrix.com. There's more magic on there than you could shake a stick at. You could spend the money to join the Netrix and spend whatever it is a month, or you could buy a new trick that's going to go in your bottom drawer. I know what I do, but it's completely up to you. A lot of people say you want to support me. If you do, go check out the Netrix. I would love you to go and see that. But outside of that, thank you once again for joining me right here on Magic TV. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again soon with another video. I'll see you again. My name's Craig from Magic TV.